Hello everyone, welcome to Jump City. Today we'll be talking about the show which reinvented DC's Junior Justice League for a whole generation. God, I am so hyped to talk about... Teen Titans began airing in 2003 on the Cartoon Network, exactly 1,086 days after my birthday and 690 days after 9/11. Teen Titans fleshed out a new side of the DC mythos for its vaguely shared animated universes. While Batman and Superman's animated series gave serialized adventures for 2/3 of DC's Holy Trinity, which also I'm still so pissed that we never got Wonder Woman the animated series, cause that would be so raw, oh my god. Maybe some animation inspired by Greek artwork, maybe some mythological beasts perhaps? DC will have my people talk to your people? Teen Titans reinvents the 60s team of super apprentices, narrowing it down to a core 5 and marinating it all in wonderful anime juices, which is a lot less disgusting than it sounds. Teen Titans is humor, hijinks, and heartbreaking comic book drama, but we can't start without... Okay, I guess we better get started. So for this video, like with my Young Justice ones I've been doing the past couple months, we'll be starting with the characters, going into some individual episodes to illustrate my points, like a true scholar, before covering the absolute best of the best that Teen Titans has to offer, the creme de la contract of the entire first 2 seasons. Like with Young Justice, there's just way too much of this fantastic series for me to cover it all in one video. It would be a complete disgrace to the show, my audience, and any future ad revenue I might make on these. I gotta figure out something for advertiser money soon. The first 2 seasons fold together very nicely. Teen Titans ran on a schedule of half seasons with 13 episodes each, ending up with 5 seasons. Is that a movie? So I figure we may as well start with a character who stands as a monument to this show's success. A real Titan.
You wanted a fair fight? That's what you're going to get.
5 against 1? This is a fair fight?
Oh, we're not fighting.
Think of us as referees.
It's just you and me.
Cyborg, real name Victor Stone, I mean, the Titans practically don't have real names, but whatever, is just the coolest guy ever. A staple of the Titans ever since their rebirth in the 80s, Cyborg is like the techno-organic heart of this team, which is good for differentiating, because there are like a few hearts of this team. Cyborg is just great in Teen Titans. Voiced by Hellraiser Hellworld star Khary Payton, he feels like your big brother. Your big, hilarious, insanely cool brother. But Teen Titans always has an essential through line of sincerity that you need to make a kid's show like this work. And Cyborg is often one of their most well-written characters.
See? It's Cyborg! He's just like me! Whoa, cool!
I am just like you. But it's not your arm that makes us the same. It's the stuff connected to it.
But now we have the perfect opportunity to talk about the comedic elements of the series. What a relief.
Remember how Cyborg put red dye in my shampoo and I turned brown for 2 days?
Beast Boy, real name Garfield. Okay, you know what? It literally never comes up, so fuck it. Beast Boy, real name Beast Boy, old-timey name Boy of Beast. This show, like with Cyborg and his booyah personality, popularized a very specific version of Beast Boy. The vegan Himbim provides the majority of the comic relief for the series, and I think he does a pretty solid job. But luckily, he also has a massive heart. I mean, he's literally a puppy dog like half the time. His green heart of the team not only provides laughs, but it cares deeply about making everyone around him happy. And we can even pinpoint the exact moment where it rips in half. Beast Boy's comedic chops get a lot of love when talking about this series, but he's also one of my favorites in a fight. He switches so quickly from animal to animal in a really dynamic way. One moment he's a snake, another a kitten, and another a fucking velociraptor. Oh my god, this would be so scary. Jesus Christ. But speaking of scary, you wanna know what's scary? Girls. Oh no.
What are you? Don't stop! You win! I surrender!
What's the
matter. Afraid of the dark? I surrender!
Raven is an absolute horrific nightmare, and might be my favorite member of the team. I love the way they animate her powers. They're simple while still conveying her magic's dark nature. I also really enjoy her love-hate relationship with Beast Boy, which taught me at a young age to court a woman I was truly horrified of. They've really just scratched the surface of her backstory, so I'm excited to see more of her fleshing out. Especially since I've loved her more personal storylines, like Beast Boy and Cyborg entering her DID dimension. And few members of the team can bring out more of Raven than... Oh my, folks, it appears we are getting an inside transmission of the offices of Warner Brothers Animation. Gentlemen, we've been getting a lot of flack for adding one token girl to each of these series. I suggest we add 2 girls. Also, like and subscribe. Starfire is the alien beating heart of this team. She is fantastic, a Tamaranian princess, and most importantly, my girlfriend's favorite character. It's easy to be mistaken and read her as all sunshine, starbolts, and blorthog, but like the cosmos themselves, it's never that simple. In a contrasting way to Raven, who has to close herself off for fear of her powers consuming her, Starfire has to embrace her emotions to fight. While love for her friends and the joy of flight already makes Starfire an absolute powerhouse, anger holds its place too for the battle-ready Tamaranian.
Don't worry, Star. She won't get away with this.
No, she will not.
Teen Titans is a really interesting case study for comic adaptation. It's a little loose with the personalities of some of the team, and the anime-inspired comedy and action direction is obviously a complete departure from the comics. Teen Titans presents us with more streamlined versions of each of these characters, not taking a lot of interest in showing us things like the origins of these heroes, which can actually help it with fitting into the vague DC shared universe of the time. This has its ups and downs. While I am completely okay with heightening their already present traits, like Starfire's curiosity about Earth, and I like not having to see Cyborg get maimed again, there are unintended casualties. I wish that Raven had a bit more of her mysticism explored, maybe delving into the South Asian roots that inspired her design, and not be voiced by a psychotic freak, but that's beside the point. While Teen Titans may not be a perfect adaptation of its characters from the comics, it changes them to fit this story better, which is always the most important factor. Watchmen was originally not going to star the cast that has now become iconic today, meant to be made up of characters from Charleston comics. If this had gone through, these versions of Blue Beetle, The Question, Captain Atom, and more would have been a pretty wild departure from their comics. But it would still be Watchmen, so I don't think that's all too important. So, with all of that being said, God, Robin is so cool. As I've gotten older, I've only grown to like Robin more as a character. Is it because I feel the cold indifference of our world chipping away at my optimism, and a silly little buddy that will beat up anyone I tell him to would help quite a bit? Maybe. But this ain't your granddaddy's Robin. I mean, it literally is. It's Dick Grayson, like, probably, but anyways. But Robin here fills a very important role for a DC super team, whether it's the Justice League, the Outsiders, the Justice League Dark, or the Teen Titans. You need a Batman. Robin in this series is dark, brooding, mysterious, and an actual freak. Like, he's insane.
I was gonna do that. Robin?
The first season ends up being a small arc for Robin, as he works to hunt down the masked man terrorizing their city. Deathstroke. God damn. I'm sorry, what's his name? Deathstroke? Well, that's fucking insane. We're not doing that. Slade is a fantastic villain for this series. Everything about him is so simple. His understated design, his enigmatic nature, and the wonderfully dry way that Ron Perlman plays it make him an incredible, age-appropriate adaptation of the character from the comics. And speaking of making this adaptation way more age-appropriate, let's finally get into the real meat of Teen Titans.
You betrayed me! You fucking Judas!
So you do know the Bible.
Judas Contract is the one Teen Titans plotline that most fans know, sure because it made waves in the comic world when it was written, but even more so because of how this show adapted it for a new audience. I was a little worried to see how it might hold up this many years later, but yeah, this shit is still heat. It is so good, it kinda rocks. Tara is the addition that really rounds out this cast. She feels the most realistically written like a teenager of any of them, and giving us a tomboy for the group is the next logical step for teenager archetypes. Since we haven't seen how this team came together, seeing them gain a new member is a really satisfying storyline. But what makes it work above all else is Ashley Johnson's voice performance. She's lovable and fun to watch bounce off the team, but when she's holding something back, you really hear it. Not only this, but when the eventual betrayal does come, she takes the chance to be as mean as she wants, just like a teenager.
Oh, better be careful. Beast Boy told me all about your temper tantrums.
Anger is pointless. My emotions are under control.
Meh, meh, meh. Anger is pointless.
This all comes to a head with Aftershock, the two-part finale to Season 2. Slade has taken over Jump City with Tara's help, and while his plan isn't clear, his motivation is.
I gotta find a big T! There's millions of dollars buried under a big T!
These two episodes give us the best action, dialogue, and just pure energy of the first two seasons.
Strike, apprentice, now!
Tara, no!
It'll be the last thing you ever do.
You feel like you're right there with the Titans, the betrayal is infuriating, the pursuit of Tara is exhilarating, and the way it leaves off is heartbreaking. It rocks. I don't think I would be doing it justice by going into more detail. I'm not just worried about crying on camera. So let's wrap up this video with some of my favorite episodes from the first two seasons. Winner Take All from Season 2 is an episode that every comic book show like this needs. Our boys, plus allies, enemies, and newcomers, are transported to a mysterious tournament arc. This gives us a chance to meet characters like Arsenal and see returning villains like my beloved Gizmo. Did you know that the G in GOAT stands for Gizmo? Plus, once Robin has basically defeated everyone at once, cause he's the GOAT, it is one of the funniest endings of any episode. Sisters and Date with Destiny both show off the teen comedy of Teen Titans better than any others I could have picked. And my girlfriend attested to the accuracy of just wanting to drag a hoe. Of course, not every episode is a winner, and I can think of about 1776 reasons why I never want to fucking see Mad Mod again. In the same fashion, Robin's very own little Batmite, Larry, is just insufferable. It's actually genuinely impressive that my least favorite character isn't the beans on toast freak. But I only had to mention those less than great episodes because of how much fun I've had revisiting this revolutionary DC show. What Teen Titans always gets right is that it's just fun. This show is so insanely fun. It's impossible to watch it and not want to move into Titan's Tower. I've also really been enjoying giving little teases for future videos at the end of these. I'm not sure when I'll be visiting Jump City again, but if you're a fan of Titans, when there's trouble, you know who to call, and I've had just an incredible time covering the first two seasons of Teen Titans. I'll be back to talk about more of the show soon, and other stuff of course, but that is the video for this week, y'all. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching that video, and if you made it to this point, a special double thank you as always. This is a good time, because I haven't said this in a while, to remind people that this is my part of the video where I do it once, and that's what you get. That's all you get. I'm not doing it again. Yeah, I really liked the first 2 seasons of Teen Titans so far. It's been really fun, like, revisiting it and actually like, sitting down, like, dedicatedly watching it. Season 3 so far, oh my god, they've been cooking so hard. I just finished the episode where, it's the, like, haunted one where, like, Robin is being haunted by, like, the memories of Slade. Unfortunately, the next one does have Mad Mod in it. So, I don't know how I'm gonna cope with that, especially because, so this is for girlfriend gift time. If you guys have seen the show Gravity Falls, my girlfriend made me this little pig, based off of Waddles from that, Mabel's pig. She's gone right now. She's like 1 billion miles away. I'm probably never gonna see her again, and this is my last memory of her, so yeah, I'm not being dramatic. Thank you so much for watching that video, y'all. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.